Y'all having a good time? Good. I see so many beautiful faces. I love my people. Y'all make sure y'all support these amazing Black vendors. You know, we have to support each other. Love it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Myasia Simone, for those who don't know. And of course, I'm honored to be able to talk to you today because you have just been, a huge impact in not only television, but just how you carry yourself as a woman. We appreciate you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, motherhood. I know that's one of the things that you really take pride in. Talk about motherhood and what has taught you, over the years.
I feel like motherhood has, I've learned a lot throughout the process. I was extremely young when I first started. I had my daughter at the age of 15. I didn't know the first thing about becoming a mother, but I knew that was time for me to wake up and get myself together, because now I have someone that's watching my every move, someone that I have to, set that positive example for. And I feel like 15 years ago, parenting was a whole lot different from parenting this little 5-year-old that I have now.
Definitely.
It's just a different day and time, but I feel like my girls are my world. I try to teach my kids, because the world is kind of going into a different, it's taking a turn somewhere else. So I feel like as mothers, we have to, instill these values in our daughter, teach them to respect themselves, teach them to carry themselves like a lady should at all times, teach them to respect themselves and understand, the value that they bring into the world. Like,
yes.
you have to treat yourself, you have to respect yourself in order for others to respect you, and you have to set the tone of how you want to be treated, because it's just so much of going with the flow and everybody trying to fit in and everybody trying to go with the trend. No, you be you move how you move, and always remember to carry yourself like a lady.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes. I love that you have, and I don't want to call it like an old school foundation, but you give me that vibe because you really care about parenting. There was a clip that was going viral, like basically saying you check the text messages and you don't play about the conversations. Talk about the differences in raising your first child and raising your second.
I just feel like now, it's totally different because of social media. Our kids have access to so much, and it's not that much positive things that trend. It's not that much positive things that the kids see these days. So us as parents, it starts at home. We can't expect the teachers or their peers or different people like that to raise our kids. We have to raise our kids.
Yes.
It starts within our household. And I always believe you showing your kids, like, it's okay to not always fit in. You know what I'm saying? You be the trendsetter. You show your friends or whoever it is how it's supposed to go. You know, like, you don't have to move how everybody else is moving, because that's the cool thing for the moment. Like, to me, I'm just not with the new trend, and I'm gonna always stand 10 toes down when it comes to being a good mother to my kids, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down of showing them the right way a lady should carry herself and a woman should be treated, period.
Which is why you are a wife. If y'all can see this ring, do y'all see it back there? I know it's blinking.
Yes.
How does it feel to be married? Like, oh my God, your wedding was beautiful.
Thank you. It feels amazing. I just feel like when you meet your person, like, if y'all, of those of you who know, I've been through some things in my life, and I've shared a lot of it publicly. I've been married 3 times. I'm not ashamed to say it, because I believe the 3rd time, the charm.
It's the charm.
I found my person.
Yes.
I found a man that I can get on my knees and pray with every night. I found a man that I can build a future with. I found a man that treats my kids and my bonus kids, my who I'm raising, my daughter who's not his, like his child. Like, we are a family, and I feel like I finally, get to feel what it's really like to have a real family, to have a loving family that I can raise up in a really good environment, and that is such a blessing. And I ask God years and years and years, I pray for this, and that moment is here, and I feel like we all deserve that moment, and we all will get it. But you have to, like I say, listen, I'm not a girlfriend, I'm not a serial dater, I am a wife. So when a man, when I meet a man, like they know, like I'm not about to play no games with you. Like, you have to set the tone of what you want and what you're not gonna deal with. That's just that.
For the girlfriends and the serial daters out here who
no disrespect,
no
no
disrespect.
shade to
It's
them.
no shade. It's
but
just
that's
levels.
just not me. I'm not that girl.
But for those women who are looking to move into becoming married and they're looking for that man or they want that man to find them, what advice could you give them? What's the first step into becoming a wife?
I just feel like social media is ruining reality. It's like everybody feels like the grass is greener on the other side. Oh, I'm not going 50-50 with a man. Oh, I'm not doing this. Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. And all this crazy BS that people is putting out there. Girl, do what works for you. Do what makes you happy. Do what your pockets can afford.
Right.
Do not worry about what all of these people is out here saying they wouldn't do. Because 9 times out of 10, they don't have no man taking them to Cheesecake Factory. Like, what is wrong with that?
She's
like,
preaching today.
I just feel like the world is so full. Like, I don't know what happened and where we went wrong, but like every time I see these messages and it's going to the younger generation, and I'm raising 2 daughters, and I'm like, by no means do I ever want a woman to settle. But I want you to understand that you have to be happy with what you're happy with.
Yes.
What works for you might not work for the next person, and you don't let them convince you into saying, oh, Cheesecake Factory is beneath me. Like, girl, what? Like, it just be too much. Like, that stuff is just so cringe-worthy, and that's why we have so many people that are single. We have so many men that just don't want to deal with that. We have so many women that just it's just beyond them. It's just a lot. Like, you have to really do what makes you happy and stop worrying about what the next person's situation is and what they got going on and how their man is pampering them or treating them or spoiling them or whatever. Your time gonna come. Like, it's gonna get there. It's everything. That does not happen overnight. Like, it's a process. And if you meeting somebody, you go into it with the intentions of like wanting to build and grow together. Like, you can't put everything on one person. No woman should be taking care of no man, and no man should be taking care of no woman. We want to grow and build together. Yes, a man is supposed to be a man, but like all of that craziness these women is out here saying, like, it's just a lot.
Can we get a relationship?
It's a lot.
Can we get a relationship book? I know you have a book. Well, talk about that first.
Yes, I am. I have several books. I have my own publishing company, which I'm in the process of rebranding now. Toya Publishing.
Yeah, give her a round of applause for that. Publishing company, that's huge.
Yes, so I published quite a few books of my own and did really well with that. Those of you who know, my very first book, Priceless Inspirations, I wrote that book years ago. It was based on my life, and I had a terrible experience with that book. I wanted to release my story and write a book so bad that I signed a deal that was completely insane. Like, I basically signed my rights away, like, to my whole story. But not paying attention, just wanting to do something. That's why I always say, when you get these contracts, you have to look at them, like, I mean, every word, every letter, understand what you're signing, because you will be really literally signing your life away. So that kind of had me discouraged for a while, because this book became a New York Times best-selling book that I could do absolutely nothing with.
Yes, ma'am.
I had big plans for this book. I wanted to write a movie on my life. I was like, okay, I can see me writing a Lifetime movie. I was thinking big, dreaming big, and boom. Like, it's like you have to really, really pay attention. And that was a learning moment for me. That made me realize, okay, you're here, you're in the spotlight, you're getting all of these deals and different stuff like that. You have to really dial into the business side. You have to pay attention what you're signing your name on. Like, every deal, and look, all money ain't good money either. Working with everybody and anything ain't good too. It's just, it might look good from the outside, but you have to really pay attention who you getting into bed with, because everybody is not good to partner with and do that with. Just because they're telling you, okay, I'm gonna give you this amount of money to do this deal. Nope. Like, if it don't feel right in your soul, if it's not something that's gonna keep you making money years and years and years from now, whatever, or something that you're gonna fully benefit from, it ain't for you.
It's not for you.
You can't, just jump into everything. But anyway, I said that to say, after that, I was completely discouraged. Like, I was like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Like, I have plenty more books that I wanna write, more stories I wanna tell. And, you know, I completely shut down with that. And years later, I was like, forget that. If I did that, I could do it again. So I started my own publishing company, sold thousands and thousands of copies of my own book under my own publishing company, and I'm gonna keep it going. And now I'm in the process of rebranding with the new name and a new company, because that one is Toya Wright Publishing, and I'm no longer Toya Wright.
Toya Wright.
I have to, you know, rebrand it or whatever. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot of big things and like helping other people publish their stories as well. Now that I know the ropes, I want to be able to help others get their stories out.
Man, you give so much great advice, and for the first time meeting you, I'm just impressed with how you think. What is the best advice that someone actually gave you?
The best advice that someone actually gave me was, nothing beats failure but a try. Because we be so in our heads and afraid to try things and dreaming so small and surrounding ourselves around dream killers, people that always telling us what we can't do or that ain't gonna work. No, you never know what's gonna work until you try it. And sometimes it might not work, but guess what? You tried it, you put your all into it, you gave it a shot. Like, you know, you'll feel better knowing that you did it. But like letting somebody talk you out of it, that's a no-no. So I just feel like nothing beats failure but a try. If you see it, you can do it. If you envision it, it can happen. You just have to put the work into it and stay consistent. It does not happen overnight.
Definitely true. Now we're at the Ultimate Women's Expo, and as you can see, there are a lot of women in here supporting each other. But outside of this building, it's not as common. Why do you think that a lot of women don't support other women when it comes to business?
I feel like as African American women, we have this crab in a bucket, like crab in a barrel syndrome, where we're afraid to watch the next person get to the top because we feel like that's stop our shine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care how many people sell hair. I don't care how many people have boutiques. I don't care how many people, you know, is open in restaurants. Like, perfect example, all of my friends have restaurants. And all of their restaurants is doing amazing. Yes. When you walk in Walgreens or you walk in TJ Maxx, whatever store, you see a variety of brands, and all of these brands are doing pretty well, and people are going to buy what they like. So that don't mean that just because this person is doing it, you don't need to do it, or you have to hate on the next person that's doing it. It's room out here for all of us to win. Yes. For all of us to grow. Yes. But like hating on each other and not supporting each other, what is that gonna do? You don't see like too many other races like knocking each other down. That's all we do. Like, it's just knock each other down because we're afraid for some reason for the next sister to get up higher than us. Let's cheer for her. Yes. And, you know, we're supposed to bring each other up along the way. Like, it's just, we have to change that within our group, within our community or whatever. Just change that and be there to help uplift each other instead of like putting each other down all the time. And it starts with surrounding yourself with like-minded women. Yes. And like-minded groups. Like, you know, people that you want to see you win. People that support you. Like, I can honestly say, over the years, I really realized what it's like to have a supportive group of friends. People that you show up for. People that show up for you. People that are supporting you with genuinely no motives. Yes. They're just here for you and want to see you win. And I feel like nothing is wrong with that. That's the best feeling ever. Like, to be surrounded by women that genuinely care and genuinely want to see you win.
Absolutely. Now, you're an entrepreneur, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're an author. Like, you have so many titles. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Because I just feel like you're floating right now and you're growing in those fields.
I see myself in 10 years expanding our fitness community. Like, me and my husband started, we just opened a new fitness studio called Wait No More Studios. Okay. It's located in Smyrna, Georgia. And the reason we decided to get into fitness is because, you know, we want to help our community in the fight against obesity. So we believe in incorporating fun into fitness. So when you see me posting like the double dutch contest, the basketball tournaments that we have, the 5K walk runs, and everything that we do based upon getting active, it's bringing fun into fitness, because a lot of people in our community, we don't like to work out. When you think of 5Ks, you like, 5K, I ain't doing that. You know, so we try to come up with like fun ways to get our people active. And it just, you know, it makes me extremely happy to see that people really dive in and decide to make it a lifestyle, because we want to live long. Like a lot of people come into our gym, they're suffering with high blood pressure, like they on all of these medications, and then it feels so good to be able to hear them say, I no longer have to take this no more, or I didn't do this no more. Like it's almost like it takes a village to raise a kid. It takes a village in our platform to help, you know, push and move our group of people into a more healthier and fit lifestyle. So I'm loving that movement, and I feel like that is something that God laid upon me and my husband, and it's been an amazing experience, and we're building a fitness family. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area, feel free. Like the first class is free. Our gym is very affordable. We do a lot of different family fit events. And you know, we have a lot of fun. Like we believe in, you know, building, not just getting people fit, but building a fit family, and you know, getting people to understand that you want to live a long time. You want to eat healthy, right? So that's that. Wait No More Studios, and then you know, with my other businesses or whatever, I plan on like getting more into real estate. I tapped into that a few years ago, and I just feel like that's the best thing ever.
Because the housing market is like crazy right now.
It really is, but it's just really good to have property. Like people always need places to stay, you know, and I really enjoy like buying property and fixing it up, and you know, either flipping it, doing
the whole
different
process
things.
of it.
So that's became a hobby of mine. But I just feel like it's just so many ways out here, y'all, for us to get to the bag. It's so many ways for us to reach down and be able to, you know, help the next person. So we just gotta, you know, come together as a community and understand that we want to see everybody win. Everybody win. So that's the good part about it.
I'm gonna ask one question, because I know everybody's trying to get to the VIP. Look, that line over there is already waiting on you. They got the pink wristbands on. They're excited. What is the key to longevity when it comes to being in reality TV and being on that platform, but still carrying yourself with so much grace? Because a lot of people, you see reality TV tear them down. But you, I mean, we see your ups and downs, but I don't think it broke you, if that makes sense.
I just feel like with reality TV, I don't believe in selling your soul. I believe in being authentic to who you are and being relatable and real. Like, I don't want to go on reality TV and just start picking with people. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to inspire people and show people that I came from this, but this is where I'm going. This is broken, but I want to fix it. And you know, like people see the glitz and glam of our life, and I'm not afraid to show you the ugly. Like if you watch my show, you see that it's not pretty. You know, I go through stuff with my family. I cry. I'm actually a cry baby. Like I get emotional. I don't have the perfect life, but guess what? I have a beautiful life, a loving family, and I'm willing to stick beside and work so we all can become, you know, we all can be good. But it's not an easy road, and you know, with me sharing that is a very vulnerable part of my life, but it's a real part of my life. It's a raw part of my life, and each and every person has somebody that can relate to each story, each person, and that's what it's all about for me. It's not really about like just going to do it for the money or doing it for, you know, like BS. It's like being able, I'm gonna be 1000% honest with you. When I do